we come for the third step, which is again basically in connection with what we have been discussing. There was a time when I would say basically about 3-4 years back when I used to speak to my customers, and they say, what is the value that you could bring in? And we're talking to the big boys, and if you have to implement our system, what is it that basically I will say that is the USP of your organization? I would say that we talk the HR language. But again, as I say, it was a few years back, and it has evolved now. And what do we say basically, and what customers actually are wanting to hear from us? I would say that time they used to say we talk the HR language because we were just not talking as a SI, as a system integrator, but we are talking as an actual HR transformation company which is just focusing on the IT solution. But I would say basically that in the last few years, the way HR has grown out of the entire process trends, out of the entire new concepts coming out from social learning, directional learning, I would say the main aspect is we do not start an HR project from a normal blueprinting exercise, even though we talk the HR language. We actually have to start from an absolute process discovery perspective, role mapping perspective, and then bring it into the picture. So to say that if a consulting company is doing a HR process consulting for you, and even if there is a gap of about 6 months in order to automate it, the entire work typically, from my experience and from what I heard from my team and from my customers, is wasted because the processes are changing and the entire work becomes redundant. And that's where the most important aspects come into the play, that when you're doing a process discovery and you're doing alignment, you have to do the automation together. And that's where I would say orchestrating the processes, roles, and best practices with an integrated HR software comes into play. Not only just talking about the HR language as an HR SI, however, bringing it all together, making it tightly coupled with the glue, that making that HR consulting and HR automation together. And trust me, if you do that together, the project actually becomes successful. And if you don't do it, you will be able to complete the project, but the value then again, basically I insist that the bottom line, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to measure it because you have not aligned it. You wouldn't be able to maximize it because you have not thought about the different trends, the maximization of the product, and talking about your own unique processes. Rather, you just basically complete a project in a quick fix through a rapid solution framework. Okay, we've bought a product, we go into it, we map our processes, and we come to it. But in the end, you wouldn't be able to leverage it. And that's where actually this is the orchestration that we've tried to put together. However, again, looks very simple, but again, the value and the thought behind this is what I'm trying to explain it to you, which really basically goes a long way, where you have all these automation processes, you got your own processes, and you map it. This is a very traditional standard slide, but each and every single customer will actually have their own unique slide when they map in this particular fashion. And I feel actually that if we were to do it, and as head of HRs and HR managers of your organization, if you basically believe it and if you go through this journey, I think it'll really pay a lot.